"You're lying," my son Derek said. His wife Vanessa stood behind him, arms crossed, eyes daring me to push it. "My father wouldn't spy on us like some kind of creep." I looked at him, really looked at him. 34 years old, and he still didn't know when someone was playing him for a fool. I held up my phone. "I have photos," I said. "Timestamps, license plate numbers." His face went white, but not the way I expected. Not shame, not gratitude. Fear. Fear that I'd ruined something he was trying very hard to ignore. Before we continue, please subscribe to the channel and write in the comments what time it is where you are now. I'm Walter, 71 years old, retired machinist, widower for 3 years. My wife Carol died of pancreatic cancer in 2022, fast, 6 weeks from diagnosis to funeral. Derek took it hard. We both did. Vanessa showed up 4 months later. Met her at some work conference. Marketing, she said. Corporate events. She was 29. Blonde. The kind of pretty that comes with maintenance costs. Derek was 31 and hadn't dated anyone seriously since college. They were engaged in 3 months. Married 6 months after that. I paid for the wedding. $28,000. The venue alone was $12,000. Vanessa wanted everything perfect. Her word. Derek just nodded and showed me the invoices. I wrote the checks. Carol would have wanted Derek happy. That's what I told myself. The house came next. They'd been living in Derek's apartment downtown. 1 bedroom. Vanessa hated it. Too small. Too loud. Not the right neighborhood for starting a family. They found a place in Maple Ridge. 4 bedrooms. 2-car garage. Good schools nearby, Vanessa said. Even though they didn't have kids yet, the down payment was $65,000. Derek called me on a Tuesday evening. "Dad, we found it. The perfect house. But we're short on the down payment, just temporarily. Vanessa's getting a big commission check in July. It was March. I liquidated a CD. Money Carol and I had saved for retirement. For travel we never got to do. $65,000 transferred on a Thursday. They closed on the house the following week. July came. No mention of the commission check. No mention of paying me back. I didn't ask. Carol wouldn't have asked. She would have said family helps family. Then came the monthly calls, every 6 weeks or so. Derek would call, usually on a Sunday evening. "Dad, hey, quick question. We're a little tight this month. Vanessa's car needs new tires. Could you help us out? Just $1,500. We'll pay you back next month." Or, "The furnace died. $3,000 for a new one. Could you float us until Vanessa's bonus comes through?" Or, "Property taxes came in higher than expected. Could you cover the difference? Just $4,000. I kept a spreadsheet. Didn't mean to at first. But after the first year, I wanted to see the pattern. See if I was imagining things. $65,000 for the down. Payment. $28,000 for the wedding. Then the monthly requests. $1,500 here. $3,000 there. $4,000 for taxes. $2,500 for Vanessa's car payment when she forgot to budget for it. $800 for some kitchen appliance that broke. In 2.5 years, $147,000. Not counting birthday gifts. Not counting the tools I bought Derek when he wanted to learn woodworking. Not counting the dinners I paid for every time we went out because somehow Derek's wallet was always in the car. Or Vanessa would say, "Oh, Dad, you don't have to," in a way that meant I absolutely did have to. The visits got less frequent. Year 1, maybe once a month. Year 2, every 6 weeks. By year 3, I'd see them on holidays. Christmas, Easter if I was lucky, Thanksgiving if Vanessa's family wasn't hosting. Each visit felt shorter. They'd show up around 2. We'd have dinner. By 6:30, Derek would check his phone and say they had an early morning. Vanessa would already be putting on her coat. I never got invited to their house. Not once in 2.5 years of living there. "We're still getting it set up," Vanessa would say. Or, "It's such a mess right now, maybe next month." The phone calls asking for money never stopped, though. Those came regular as clockwork. March 19th, Tuesday. I remember because it was Carol's birthday. She would have been 69. I'd driven out to the cemetery that morning, brought flowers, sat there for an hour talking to a headstone. I was heading home around 11 when I saw it. Vanessa's car, white BMW, the one I'd helped make payments on, parked outside the Riverside Hotel downtown. I almost kept driving. Almost. But something made me pull into the parking garage across the street. Something made me sit there with my coffee getting cold. Vanessa came out at 1:15. She wasn't alone. Tall guy, mid-30s, expensive suit. They stood by her car talking. Close. Real close. Then he kissed her. Not a friendly peck. A kiss that meant something. She laughed, touched his chest, got in her car and drove away. I sat there another 10 minutes, hands on the wheel, heart pounding in my chest the way it used to when I'd run the lathe too fast at the plant and knew something was about to go wrong. I didn't call Derek. Not yet. Because I'm not stupid. I knew what he'd say, what she'd say, that I was confused, seeing things. A jealous old man who couldn't handle his son having a wife. I went home, thought about it for 3 days. Couldn't eat, couldn't sleep. Kept seeing that kiss. Kept thinking about $147,000. Friday, I drove back to the hotel, parked in the same spot, waited. She showed up at 12:50, same white BMW, same parking spot. This time I was ready, phone in my hand, camera open. She went inside. I gave it 5 minutes. Walked into the lobby like I belonged there, found a chair with a view of the elevators. Newspaper open, hat pulled low, 1:30. There they were, Vanessa and the same guy, coming out of the elevator. Her hair was different, messier. His tie was loose. I took 4 photos, got their faces clear, got them walking out together, got him opening her car door. That night I called Derek. Son, I need to talk to you about something. It's important. Can it wait, Dad? We're about to watch a movie. It's about Vanessa. Silence. Then, what about Vanessa? I need to show you something, in person. Can you come by tomorrow? Jesus, Dad, just tell me over the phone. Tomorrow, please. He showed up Saturday at 2, alone. Vanessa had a work thing. That's what he said. I made coffee, set out Carol's good cups, the white ones with blue trim. Derek sat at the kitchen table, same table where I'd helped him with his homework 30 years ago, where Carol had told him she was sick, where I'd sat alone after her funeral staring at the empty chair across from me. I slid my phone across the table. Wednesday, then again Friday. Derek looked at the first photo. His face didn't change. He swiped to the second, the third, the fourth. Then he set the phone down, looked at me. Where did you get these? I took them. You followed my wife? I saw her car outside the Riverside Hotel on Tuesday, by accident. I was driving home from the cemetery. Your mother's birthday. His jaw tightened. So you spied on her. I confirmed what I saw. You had no right. I stared at him. Derek, look at the photos. That man isn't selling her insurance. You don't know what you saw. I know what a kiss looks like. He stood up, pushed the chair back. I need to go. Wait, just wait. Talk to her. Ask her who. You're unbelievable, you know that? He was heading for the door. Vanessa was right about you. That stopped me. Right about what? That you never accepted her. That you've been waiting for a reason to break us up. I gave you $65,000 for your house, and you never let us forget it. He left. Door didn't slam, just clicked shut. Somehow, that was worse. I sat at that table for 2 hours. Coffee went cold. Light outside faded. I kept thinking about what he'd said. That I never let them forget it. I'd never mentioned the money, not once. But he knew. He knew I was keeping track. He knew it was a debt unpaid. Sunday morning, my phone rang. Vanessa. Walter, we need to talk. I agree. Derek told me what you did. Following me. Taking pictures like some kind of stalker. I saw you kissing another man. You saw me saying goodbye to a colleague. That wasn't a colleague goodbye. Her voice went cold. You need to apologize. To both of us. What you did was invasive and inappropriate. Who is he? That's none of your business. Derek's my son. That makes it my business. Derek is my husband, and he's very upset right now. He thinks you've been undermining our marriage from the beginning. By paying for your wedding, your house, by keeping score, by acting like we owe you something. There it was, said out loud. You do owe me something. $147,000, give or take. She laughed, actually laughed. You're seriously going to play that card after you violated my privacy? I want you to tell Derek the truth. I did tell him the truth, that you're a lonely old man who can't handle the fact that his son has moved on, that you're trying to sabotage our marriage because you're jealous. Jealous? Carol's gone, Walter. Derek has a new family now, with me, and if you can't respect that, then maybe you need to stay out of our lives. She hung up. I sat there holding the phone. Same chair where Carol used to sit with her coffee every morning. Same kitchen where we'd raised our son. Same house that suddenly felt like it was full of ghosts. I opened my banking app, pulled up the transfers, started counting. 65,000. March 2021. Down payment, Maple Ridge House, 28,000. September 2020. Wedding expenses, 4,000. January 2022. Property taxes, 3,000. March 2022. Furnace repair, 1,500. April 2022. Vanessa's car tires, 2,500. June 2022. Car payment, 800. August 2022. Kitchen appliance. I scrolled back. Months became years. The numbers blurred together. Grocery money, utility bills, insurance premiums. Every single time, just this once, Dad, we'll pay you back. $147,000 in 2.5 years. And now his wife was calling me jealous, saying I was keeping score. Damn right I was keeping score. I called my lawyer Monday morning. Tom Patterson. Known him for 30 years. Handled Carol's estate. Good man. Honest. Tom, I need advice. What's going on, Walter? I told him everything. The money, the photos, Vanessa's call, Derek's reaction. Tom was quiet for a long time. Then, do you have documentation of the money? Every transfer, every check. Were these loans or gifts? I don't know. They said loans, but they never paid me back. Did you sign anything? Loan agreements? No. It was family. I trusted them. That's a problem. Without documentation, legally those could be considered gifts. My chest went tight. All of it? Possibly. But Walter, that's not really the issue here. The issue is what you want to accomplish. I want my son to know his wife is cheating on him. He's seen the photos. He's choosing not to believe them. Then I want my money back. That's going to be very difficult without loan agreements, and it's going to destroy your relationship with your son. I think that's already destroyed. Tom sighed. Let me ask you something. What matters more, the money or Derek? I didn't answer, because I didn't know anymore. Tuesday, Derek texted. First contact since Saturday. Dad, Vanessa and I talked. We think it's best if we take some space. Don't contact us for a while. We'll reach out when we're ready. I read it 3 times. No, I love you. No, we'll work this out. Just a corporate speak dismissal. Take some space. We'll reach out when we're ready. I texted back. I saw what I saw. 3 dots appeared. Disappeared. Appeared again. Then, goodbye, Dad. I set the phone down. Looked around the kitchen. Coffee cup. Same table. Same chairs. Same clock on the wall that had been there for 30 years. Everything the same. Everything different. Wednesday morning, I did something I hadn't done in 3 years. I called Carol's sister. Linda. Lives in Phoenix. We'd talked a few times after the funeral, but drifted apart the way people do. Walter, is everything okay? I told her. All of it. She listened without interrupting. When I finished, she said, What does Derek say? That I'm lying. That I'm trying to sabotage his marriage. Do you think she's cheating? I know she is. But he doesn't want to believe it. No. Linda was quiet. Then, Carol always worried about that. About what? That Derek was too trusting, that he saw the best in people even when it wasn't there. She used to say he got that from you. I'm not that trusting anymore. I can tell. We talked for another hour. About Carol, about Derek growing up, about how fast 3 years had gone. Before we hung up, Linda said, "Whatever you decide, make sure you can live with it, because Derek might not forgive you. He's already not forgiving me." True. But right now, he's angry. If you push this, it might become permanent. I thought about that all night. Didn't sleep. Just lay there staring at the ceiling. Same ceiling Carol and I had stared at for 42 years of marriage. Planning, dreaming, worrying about money and Derek and getting old. She'd never worried about Derek choosing the wrong woman. She died before she could meet Vanessa. Maybe that was lucky. Thursday, I made a decision. I wasn't going to beg Derek to believe me. I wasn't going to apologize for telling him the truth. And I sure as hell wasn't going to keep funding a marriage that was based on lies. I called the bank, asked about the transfers. They confirmed what Tom had said. Without documentation, I couldn't demand repayment, but I could stop sending money. I set up a new account, transferred everything from the old one, changed my passwords, updated my security questions. Then I called Tom. "I want to update my will." "What changes?" "Derek's out. Everything goes to St. Vincent's Hospital, Carol's cancer ward." "Walter, that's a big decision. You should think about—" "I've thought about it. Make the change." He drafted the new will. I signed it Friday morning. Notarized. Legal. Done. Derek didn't call. Didn't text. I drove by their house once, Saturday afternoon, just to see if Vanessa's car was there. It was. So was a silver Mercedes. Same one from the hotel. I took a photo, added it to the folder on my phone. Sunday was Easter. I made a ham, set the table, put out Carol's good dishes, the ones she used for holidays. At 4 o'clock, I wrapped the ham in foil, put the dishes away, sat in the living room with the TV on. Derek didn't come, didn't call, didn't text. I ate a sandwich around 7, went to bed around 9. Monday morning, Vanessa called. "Walter, I'm calling as a courtesy." "What do you want?" "Derek wanted to wait, but I think you should know. I'm pregnant." The floor tilted. "What?" 12 weeks. We just found out." "Does Derek?" "Of course Derek knows. He's thrilled. We both are." I did the math. 12 weeks. That was January. Right around the time I'd sent them $4,000 for property taxes. "Congratulations." "Thank you. Derek wants to tell you himself, but I thought after everything that's happened, you should hear it from me first." "Why are you calling, Vanessa?" "Because I'm giving you a chance. To apologize. To be part of this baby's life. But you need to stop with these accusations. Stop trying to ruin our marriage." "I'm not trying to ruin anything. I'm trying to protect my son." "From what? A wife who loves him? A family who needs him? From a woman who's sleeping with someone else?" She was quiet for a long time. Then, "You can't prove that." "I have photos of me having a conversation with a colleague. That's not proof of anything." "Then explain why you're at the Riverside Hotel every week." Her voice went sharp. "Are you still following me?" "I drove by once, saw the Mercedes." "You're stalking me now." "I'm documenting." "For what? Some pathetic attempt to get Derek to choose you over his pregnant wife?" "Pregnant wife." She said it like a weapon. "Derek's an adult," I said. "He can make his own choices." "He already did. He chose me. And if you keep this up, you're going to lose him forever." "Maybe I already have." She hung up. I sat there, pregnant, 12 weeks, a grandchild. Carol's grandchild. The one she'd talked about constantly before she got sick, asking when Derek would settle down, when we'd have grandbabies to spoil. And now there would be one, and I'd probably never meet it. I called Tom again. "Can I add a clause to the will?" "What kind of clause?" "If Derek's child is proven biologically his, they get a trust, for college, but Derek doesn't get access to it." "That's complicated, but possible." Make it happen. He did. Amendment drafted, signed, filed, $100,000 set aside in trust, DNA test required. Derek excluded from access. If that baby was his, the child would be taken care of. But Derek and Vanessa wouldn't see a dime. Weeks passed. April became May. I didn't hear from Derek. Didn't expect to. I joined a woodworking group at the community center, started building birdhouses, kept my hands busy, tried not to think about the fact that my son had written me off over a woman who was lying to him. Memorial Day weekend, I got a call from a number I didn't recognize. Mr. Sullivan? Speaking. This is Detective Harris with the police department. I'm calling about a complaint filed by Vanessa Sullivan. She claims you've been stalking her. My blood went cold. I haven't stalked anyone. She says you've been following her, taking photos, showing up at places she frequents. I took photos once, 3 months ago, when I saw her with another man. And have you continued following her? I drove by her house one time to see if she was home. Mr. Sullivan, I'm going to advise you to cease all contact with Mrs. Sullivan. No calls, no texts, no driving by her residence. Do you understand? She's married to my son. I understand that, but she's filed a formal complaint. If you continue this behavior, she can pursue a restraining order. I'm not the one doing something wrong. That may be, but legally, you need to stop. Am I clear? Crystal. He hung up. I sat there. Restraining order. She was threatening me with a restraining order. I called Tom, told him what happened. She's building a case, he said, making you look unstable. I'm not unstable. I'm trying to protect my son. I know, but from a legal standpoint, she's smart. If she can get a restraining order, she controls the narrative. You become the obsessed father-in-law. She becomes the victim. So what do? You do exactly what the detective said. No contact, none. I followed his advice. Deleted Derek's number from my favorites. Deleted Vanessa's completely. Put my phone in a drawer and tried to forget it existed. June came, then July. The woodworking group started a new project. Garden benches. I built 3, donated them to the community center. Kept busy, kept moving. Tried not to think about the fact that somewhere in the city, my son was preparing to be a father. And I wasn't part of it. August 3rd, Tuesday, late afternoon. Someone knocked on my door. I opened it. Derek. He looked tired. Thinner. Dark circles under his eyes. Dad? Derek. We stood there. I didn't invite him in. Didn't know if I should. Can we talk? He said. I stepped aside. He came in. Looked around the living room like he'd never seen it before. But he'd grown up in this house. Every inch of it should have been familiar. He sat on the couch. I took the chair across from him. Vanessa doesn't know I'm here, he said. I waited. She's due in October. It's a girl. Congratulations. He looked at his hands. She wants to name her Caroline, after Mom. Something cracked in my chest. That's nice. I wanted to tell you. Thank you. Silence. Long, heavy. Then Derek said, You were right. I looked up. About the hotel. About the guy. You were right. How did you find out? She left her phone unlocked last week. I saw the texts. His voice broke. It's been going on for over a year. A year. While she was calling me jealous. While she was filing police complaints. While Derek was defending her. I'm sorry, I said. Don't. He wiped his face. Don't say you're sorry. You tried to tell me. I didn't listen. You didn't want to believe it. I still don't. He looked at me, eyes red. But I can't ignore it anymore. What are you going to do? I don't know. She's pregnant. With my daughter. I can't just... Is it your daughter? His face went white. What? Derek, if she's been cheating for a year... Don't! He stood up, started pacing. Don't say that. You need to know. It's mine. It has to be mine. Then get a test. Be sure. He stopped, looked at me. She'll never agree to that. Then that should tell you something. He sat back down, put his head in his hands. I don't know what to do, Dad. For the first time in months, he sounded like my son again. Not Vanessa's husband, not a man defending a lie. Just my son, lost, scared, looking for help. "Come home," I said. "What?" "Leave her. Move back here. Figure out the rest later." "I can't just—" "Yes, you can. You think she's going to stop? You think this is going to get better?" "She said it was over, that she ended it." "When?" "After I found the texts. She cried, said it was a mistake, said she loves me." "Do you believe her?" He didn't answer. "Derek, look at me. Do you believe her?" "I want to." "That's not the same thing." He stayed for another hour. We talked, really talked, for the first time since Carol died. He didn't commit to leaving, didn't commit to anything, but when he left, he hugged me. First time in 3 years. "I'm sorry, Dad, for everything." "I know." He drove away. I watched from the porch until his taillights disappeared. That night, I slept better than I had in months. 3 days later, Vanessa called. I didn't answer. She called again, left a voicemail. "I know Derek came to see you. I know what you told him. You need to stop trying to break us up. He's confused right now, emotional. But we're working through it. Stay out of our marriage, Walter. I'm warning you." I deleted the voicemail. August became September. Derek called twice. Short conversations. He was still living with Vanessa, still trying to work things out. I didn't push, just listened. Told him I was there if he needed me. September 23rd, Friday, 9 at night. My phone rang. "Derek." "Dad, I need your help." "What's wrong?" I confronted him. "The guy from the hotel. His name is Craig. I found his address." My stomach dropped. "Derek, what did you—" "I didn't do anything, just talked to him, asked if he knew Vanessa was married." "What did he say?" "He said she told him we were separated, that the marriage was over." Separated, while she was living in my son's house, sleeping in his bed, carrying what might not even be his baby. "Where are you now?" I asked. "Sitting in my car outside his apartment. I don't know what to do." "Come here, right now." "Vanessa thinks I'm at home." "Depot." "Then you have time. Come here." He showed up 20 minutes later, shaking, furious. I made coffee. We sat at the kitchen table. "She lied to him," Derek said. "She lied to both of us, the whole time." "I know." "And the baby," his voice cracked. "Dad, what if it's not mine?" "Then you'll know, and you'll deal with it." "How?" "One step at a time. First step, get out of that house. She'll lose it if I leave." "She lost it when she cheated." "But the baby—" "Will be taken care of, either by you or by him. But you can't stay in a marriage built on lies." He looked at me. "When did you get so smart?" "Your mother. She taught me everything." He smiled. Sad. Small. "I miss her." "Me too." That night, Derek slept in his old room. Same bed he'd had in high school. Same posters on the wall. I lay in my room listening to the old house settle and thinking about the fact that my son had finally come home. Saturday morning, Vanessa called him. 17 times. He didn't answer. By noon, she showed up, pounding on my door. I opened it. She looked wild, hair messy, no makeup, sweatpants. "Where's Derek?" "He's not here." "His car's in your driveway." "He's not here." She pushed past me, walked into the living room. "Derek! Derek! I know you're here!" Derek came down the stairs, calm, steady. "Vanessa, go home." "What the hell is going on? Why aren't you answering your phone?" "Because I'm done." "Done with what?" "With the lies. With pretending. With all of it." Her face changed. Calculated. "Derek, you're upset. Let's go home and talk about this." "I talked to Craig." She went white. "Who?" "Don't. I'm done with that too." "Derek, listen to me. Were you ever going to tell me about the affair, about the baby?" "That baby is yours." "Prove it." "What?" "DNA test. After she's born. Prove she's mine." Vanessa's face went hard. "I'm not doing that. You're her father." "Then you have nothing to worry about." This is your father's fault. She turned to me, venom in her eyes. You poisoned him against me. I told him the truth, I said. You did the rest. You've been trying to ruin this marriage from the beginning. No, you did that yourself. She looked at Derek. If you walk away now, you'll never see this baby. I promise you that. If she's mine, I'll see her. If she's not, then I guess I won't. Vanessa's face twisted. You're really choosing him over me? Over your daughter? I'm choosing the truth. Finally. She stared at him, then at me, then back at him. Fine, leave. See how long you last without me. You'll come crawling back in a week. Don't count on it. She left. Door slammed. Car peeled out of the driveway. Derek stood there, hands shaking. Did I just do that? Yeah. Okay. He sat down. What now? Now you get a lawyer, file for separation, protect yourself. What about the baby? You'll deal with that when she's born. Get the test. Know for sure. He nodded, looked around the living room. Can I stay here, just for a little while? Stay as long as you need. October came. Derek filed for legal separation. Vanessa fought it. Claimed he was abandoning her while she was pregnant. Claimed I was manipulating him. Her lawyer sent letters, threats, demanded child support before the baby was even born. Tom handled it, filed responses, demanded paternity testing, kept everything documented. October 19th, 2:15 in the morning. Derek's phone rang. Vanessa, in labor. Dad, what do I do? You go, be there. Whatever happened, that might be your daughter. He went, came back 8 hours later, exhausted. She's beautiful, Dad. 7 pounds, dark hair. They named her Caroline. How's Vanessa? Angry. She wouldn't let me hold the baby, said I gave up that right. Did you ask about the test? Her lawyer was there. They said they'd agree to it after she leaves the hospital. 3 days later, Vanessa took Caroline home, to the house I'd bought them. 2 weeks after that, the DNA test happened. Court ordered. Derek, Vanessa, Caroline, and a medical technician in a clinical room. Results came back November 3rd. Tom called me. Walter, you should come to my office. Derek's here. I drove over, found Derek sitting in Tom's conference room, staring at a piece of paper. Derek? He looked up, face pale. She's not mine. The room tilted. What? Caroline. She's not my daughter. 99.9% excluded. I sat down. I'm sorry. Craig's? Tom said. Probably. There's going to be another test. To confirm. Derek's voice was flat. Empty. Vanessa says I'm still responsible. That I accepted the role of father. That's not how it works, Tom said. You're not legally obligated to support another man's child. But she has my last name. That can be changed. Derek put his head in his hands. 1.5 years. I thought she loved me. Thought we were building something. She was building something, I said. A bank account. He looked at me. The money. You kept track. Every penny. How much? 147,000. Not counting the wedding or monthly expenses. Jesus. Did she ever pay you back? Any of it? No. Tom leaned forward. Derek, you can sue her. For fraud. Misrepresentation. Get some of that money back. I don't want her money. I just want to be done. Then we finalize the separation. File for divorce. Make sure she can't come after you for anything else. The divorce took 4 months. Vanessa fought everything. Claimed Derek owed her spousal support. Claimed I'd coerced him into leaving. Tom destroyed her in court. Showed the timeline, the affair, the DNA test, the documented lies. January 15th. The judge granted the divorce. No spousal support. No claim to Derek's assets. Vanessa got the house. The one I'd paid for. But Derek got his freedom. Craig's second DNA test confirmed he was Caroline's father. He and Vanessa are together now. Living in that house. Raising that baby. Derek still lives with me. Says he's not ready to be alone yet. We're working on the garage together. Building cabinets. Actual woodworking, not the hobby kit stuff he tried before. He's quieter now, harder, but he's healing. Last week he said, "I should have listened to you. You weren't ready. I wasted 2 years. You learned something." What? That love without truth isn't love. It's just a transaction. He thought about that. Mom used to say that. I know. She was right about most things. We don't talk about Vanessa much. Don't drive by the house. Don't check her social media. Sometimes I think about that afternoon when I saw Vanessa's car outside the hotel. Think about what would have happened if I'd just driven past. If I'd minded my own business. Derek would still be married, still sending me monthly requests for money, still believing the lie, and I'd still be funding it. One phone call. That's all it took. Not to the police, not to a lawyer, not to Vanessa, to Derek. That Saturday afternoon. "Son, I need to talk to you." That call changed everything. Not because he believed me right away, but because it planted a seed. A question he couldn't ignore forever. Sometimes the truth takes time. Sometimes you have to wait for someone to be ready to hear it. But when they are, you better be there. With evidence. With patience. With a home they can come back to. My son came home. That's what matters. The rest is just money. If you liked this story, please like it, subscribe to the channel, and share your impressions in the comments. To listen to more stories, click on the window on the right. Thank you for being with us.